Alright guys, good evening to you. Today we are going to see about 7 passive income ideas for 2020. Right, so there are so many ways of earning a passive income and to generate for you to make more wealth and for you to make you up financially stable. So I'm going to give you only 7 passive income ideas which only works for 2020. All right, as per 2020. So you want to make more money but you don't have time to take on another job. There's a solution. It's called passive income, and I'm going to list out several great ideas which I think it's personally good to make money in this era of 2020. All right, so the first one is invest in crowdfunded real estate properties. The cost to invest in real estate can get high, but there are new options to invest in real estate besides buying physical properties or investing in REITs. Okay, now you can use crowdfunding to become a partial investor in a much larger real estate deal. Right, so crowdfunding, the process of pooling dollars from a large population of people to fund a large project, has significantly increased in volume over the past several years. According to Statista, 34.4 billion US dollars was raised in the United States through crowdfunding in 2015. In 2012, this number was 2.7 billion US dollars. That number continues to trend upward as new crowdfunding options become available. To invest in crowdfunded real estate, you can look into sites such as Realty Mogul and Fundrise. Using these sites, you can invest with a relatively small amount and take part in large-scale residential and commercial real estate projects that you otherwise would have no ability to jump in on. All right guys, so number 2 we are going to see is that is also about investment. Invest in dividend paying stocks. You might have heard about dividend paying stocks. Most stocks that pay dividend are the sexiest investments, but they generate passive income. In most cases, your broker will encourage you to reinvest your dividends. That's what my Betterment account does. But you have the option of having your dividends jumped into your account for withdrawal. So what exactly is a dividend? Basically, as a company makes a profit, it has two options. It can reinvest those profits back into the company, often by younger companies looking for growth. Example, tech companies do that. It can return a portion of those profits back to its investors, often done by more established companies, guys, that have low debt and high cash balances. In fact, finding a stock that pays dividend is one of the key tenets of value investing, a methodology developed by Benjamin Graham and made famous by the famous person called Warren Buffett, the all-time investor. All right, the father of investor. And number 3, guys, loan money via peer-to-peer lending. Peer-to-peer lending became popular about 14 years ago when Prosper became into the scene. It marked itself as a way to borrow money without having to go to a bank. Instead, you can borrow money from someone else who will loan it to you at a competitive rate. Since then, P2P, that is peer-to-peer lending, has exploded into the scene. More companies like Prosper and Lending Club have jumped onto the P2P bandwagon, and investors are beginning to realize it's an excellent source of passive income. As an investor, you fund an account and loan small amount like $25 to a variety of borrowers across a broad set of risk levels, creating a diverse portfolio. As little as a few years ago, people were averaging around 10% as an annual return, which is a fantastic return of investment for passive income. Rates of return are still very competitive, and if you have enough to invest as well as diversification strategy, P2P lending can be a great source of passive income for you, which is peer-to-peer lending. And number 4, guys, sell your photography as stock photos. If you're one of the millions of people who love photography as a hobby, you can quickly turn into passive income by selling your photos as stock photos. Instead of setting up a tenant at a local art fair hoping someone will buy one of your glorious photos of Ireland, you can turn into a profit with sites like iStock Photo and Jet Images. The Blog Show Academy says that some stock photography websites allow only anyone to join, while others are a bit more choosy but offer a better royalty rate. And number 6 is, guys, write and self-publish a book. Many people recommend starting a blog as a way to earn passive income. I don't agree with that approach, as it can take a long time and a lot of money to build and grow a blog from the ground up. More on this below. If you have an established blog, instead you might consider writing and self-publishing your own book. Where blogging requires frequent, less lengthy content. A book can be something you work on for months at a time and publish it for sale, and it can become more than just passive income. In fact, UK author Mark Dawson makes close to $500,000 a year from self-publishing his books on a smaller scale. Joseph Hogue makes about $2,000 per month writing and self-publishing financial book. If these guys can do it, anyone can do it, right, guys? Number 6, guys, rent your home or a room out with Airbnb. Whether you have a rental home on the beach, a home that you aren't at all at the time, or just a vacant room in your house, you can rent it out on sites like Airbnb and VRBO. Now this comes with a little more work and isn't entirely passive all the time, but it can be if you set yourself up correctly. The best way to take advantage of something like Airbnb is to have a separate property that sits vacant all the time. This way you can just worry about keeping it clean and never have to worry about making sure that you are out of there when guests want to show up. While that's not always the most cost-effective way, owning another property can be piracy. It's the best. Owning another property can be pricey, but it's the best, guys. Alright. And number 7, sell products on Etsy. There are now 2 ways to sell on Etsy: physical and digital products. With physical products, you can either create something unique such as jewelry, buy and resell something, for example vintage clothing. Etsy has become a great marketplace for a long time, helping creative people sell their goods. The problem is selling physical product isn't exactly passive income. That's where digital products come in. Etsy now allows you to sell digital products in your store. This can be anything from a picture that someone can download and frame to a guide on how to create a budget in PDF form. The possibilities for you to be creative are endless. The nice thing is, once you create a digital product for Etsy, you upload it and you can sit back and watch the sales come in. Assuming your digital product is awesome, guys. Unlike having to either create something or store a physical inventory or something, selling digital product requires no overhead and no active work to earn money. The conclusion is, guys, there is a multitude of ways you can start earning more passive income in 2020, which is 2020. These are just a few, guys, I've listed. If you have any type of creative ability, it can probably be turned into a side hustle that can earn passive income. You just have to be business minded and avoid buying into the myths about passive income from the start. Right, guys, so that's all for today, and if you like my video, subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends, and comment down your suggestions below so I could make better videos in future. So until next time, see you guys, bye bye.